Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Banished. Where we left off last time, we were getting our fields in place. So we have all of these unused fields. We have a couple of dense orchards, and we have our standard pasture, which did finish up. So this episode, we're going to focus quite a bit on getting some alcohol and luxury items for our citizens here. So our health is about half. Our happiness is actually pretty good. So we don't have to work on happiness too much, but eventually if our happiness does go down, we'll want to have some of this in place so we can keep their happiness up. We don't have the ability to do the curing barn quite yet. I don't have a tobacco crop. Actually, let me take a look. Nothing good there. Linen we'll take. And we have 5 silk cocoons. Those will come in handy in just a few minutes here. So we'll get those dismissed. So we can't do the curing barn quite yet because we don't have the tobacco crop. We will also need to focus a little bit on the inn and garden and the small tavern. These are the methods of distributing the alcohol to the population. You can't just create the alcohol and have it sit in the market for them to buy. You do need to set up your inns and your taverns for them to be able to consume that. So first order of business, we do have 7 laborers to kind of play with here. And we do have 4 active running fields. And it looks like we need to drop that down a little bit. Drop that down, and then we are going to put this as Frisian cows. Let me just unpause here. So just to make sure, we don't really have an excess number of villagers or laborers to be able to occupy these with more than 1 herdsman. I believe they go up to 6 herdsmen for maximum efficiency, but we're going to work on the efficiency thing a little bit later. In vanilla Banished, I believe he only needed 1 herdsman to get the maximum output per field, but I don't think that's the case for the expansions just because these fields are so large. I don't think 1 herdsman can take care of the entire population. Alright, we have a farm supplier. We have cotton, maple, squash, and not really anything I'm interested in. Alright, and let's see what we can do here. So we have figs, olives, and white mulberry. White mulberry we will need a little bit later. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that is the crop that is necessary to get the silkworms. And if we close that out, if we go back to our inventory here, and we look at our silk cocoons, we had 5 in our inventory, and I believe when we traded that, those silkworms should still be in here. Silk cocoons, yep, so we have 5 in here. So what that means is we have 10 cocoons now, which means that we can work on getting silk as well. I probably won't do that quite yet. Let's see, where is silk? I think is in food. Maybe not. It used to be a food item, but I think they recently changed that. So you could eat the silkworms. Opery, weaver. Uh-oh. What do we have? Measles. Yeah, we do have a hospital, so we're fine. Alright. There it is. It's in resource production. So silkworm hut requires 10 cocoons, and then we did get those with that last trade. Alright, what else we have here? Man, this farm supplier is just coming in. Holy cow. Alright, get rid of you. Trade, Frisian cows, don't need you. Those guys really want to trade with us. What? Go to the hospital. What is wrong with you people? Yeah, well. Alrighty then. So he's going to the hospital, and we still need those 2 people to go. What? What are you guys doing? Go. Hospital. Oh, there we go. That was weird. It wasn't showing that it needed a worker, but I didn't have an actual doctor assigned. Like I said, always a good idea, just kind of keep tabs on your entire town, just so that you know what's going on. Because weird stuff like that can happen. Alright, so back to the issue at hand. So we have to decide. I think we're going to do olives and figs for right now. Get those fields working. And, well, we probably, yeah, that's fine. I was going to say maybe instead of olives do white mulberry, but white mulberry doesn't take very long to get going. Well, we probably should. The problem with orchards is they take a long time. They take, I think, 3 seasons before they actually give you any product. So we probably should have them plan something. Alright, so what else we have? So we have sugarcane and we have blueberries. So we'll get those fields working. Let them all balance out. We have 6 laborers left over. Alright. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and plant another dense orchard somewhere? Where can we put this? Can we get 29? We can get 29. So we'll do 29 and 5 by 29. Increase priority on those. Alright. How are we doing? We did a resource clear on this area on the previous episode. Actually, did a pretty good job. And what else we have? Cleared that out. You know what? We might as well just do a resource clear. We have the laborers right now. We might as well just do a resource clear in this entire area. We still do have our forester lodge here, which I'm going to get rid of. We don't really need trees at this point. They grow fast enough, and we're not building a whole lot of buildings anymore. We're really building 1-2 buildings per episode, so it's not really going to break the bank if we get rid of this guy. And then we can do a full resource clear on this entire island, free up some space, make it look real nice and pretty. Alright, so that should do it. Oop, just a little bit here. Alright, so that should do that. We should get quite a few resources from that. We should reclaim everything from there, so we're definitely looking pretty good right now. Could use a little bit more health, though. I think we have a lot of stored medicine, so we don't really need anything else for that. Alright. And since this area we are using for our crops and things like that, we are just going to use this market as kind of our central location for putting in our alcohol production. So we're going to put in one of each and just kind of take a look at what they do. Let's see which one of these is the largest. It's looking like this is probably the largest. So we will, let's see, put in some more townhouses. Okay, let's see. Could probably put some in over here. 1, 2, and 3. And then if we want to put our alcohol production on the opposite side of here, line it up with our road. Bring it on over here. So that will be the winery. See right here. What else we have? We have our distillery. Yeah, we might as well do the distillery because the winery has kind of a road all the way around it, and the distillery has that road at the top. So we'll save just a little bit of space. And then we need our brewery, which we can't quite fit in here, so we will put it up here. And where's our road? Like I said, it's a little bit more difficult to see where the roads are with these new buildings because they have those extra road pieces for contouring the land and things like that. All right. So, now that those are in the process of being built, might as well get this working on white mulberry. While those are in the process of being built, we also need to put in some inn and gardens. So public inn and garden is a place where people can socialize, and primary storage location for all alcohol, luxury, smoking products. And this is the same thing. This is a storage location. Again, same description. So the small tavern is, as you can imagine, much smaller. There's less people that can utilize it. It's similar to the market, where you want to put these on the outskirts, and then you want to put one of these as kind of a central location. So we'll take our inn and garden and try and find a location for it. How about we... Oof. It has an interesting road structure. The road actually goes right through the middle of it. So, where can we put this? I think we might replace this stockpile. So this is kind of taking up some prime territory. And if we do a road here, we should be able to kind of continue the road on. And that should be a good spot for that. And then we can do a local tavern right over here. We'll just do it right on the corner. Put that little guy right there. Alright. I will increase priority on all that. Ooh, we definitely have plenty of workers. Now we are looking good. I know the last episode or two we were kind of hurting on resources and laborers, but now we're in good shape. All right, so we have fieldberry, different types of lettuce, cherry seeds. Cherry you can make into a wine. I'm actually going to leave this guy here. I just want to make sure that we have one crop that we can use to start working on all three of these. I think with the figs, the sugarcane, and the blueberries, I think we do have the three items that we need to be able to operate these three buildings, but if we do need cherries or something else, I don't want to get rid of him quite yet. Alright, so nothing in here, just food items that we can make ourselves. Let's see how our cows are doing over here. 37, 31. They're growing pretty good. Alright. And that was dismantled, so that's going to be good. We'll do another resource clear for this area, just for the stuff that's grown since the last time that I did it. Should allow our workers to pretty much claim everything. Then we can do one final cleanup once they kind of get on the way for clearing stuff. Alright, what other tasks can we do? We could actually go in and start our production of silk. Now we need to have room for some orchards, which I think we are going to have just over here. And we want to have it kind of close to where our clothing production is. So let's just put it right in here. And it's actually a perfect fit, which is really handy. It's not much you can use that little teeny tiny space for. I'm just going to put a road. I don't remember if I put a road in there or not. Doesn't look like it. Alright, so we got our first building. So we have our brewery up and running. Going to increase our luxury count to just a big number. Alright, so we can do honey, which we do have honey coming in. So that would actually be a good resource to use. How much honey do we actually have? 0. Okay. I guess we don't have any honey. Alright. So what else can we use? We can do wheat. We should have plenty of wheat. Yeah, we have 10,000 wheat. We also can do pumpkin, pear, peach, cherry, and berries, which we don't have anything. But we don't need the cherries because we can just use our wheat. So we can get rid of this guy. Hopefully they'll bring us tobacco at some point so we can get our curing hut. And increase labor in there. Holy cow, we have tons of laborers. So why don't we start increasing our production of food? Actually, we don't. We only need 7 because our last pasture is this little guy here. Alright. So it looks like we got this one building up. This one is working. All we need is wheat for this, which is really nice. So we don't need any glass bottles or anything. Speaking of which, let's take a look. What do we have for... We have no furnace fuel left. And so we can't make any more bricks. We do have quite a supply of stored regular fuels, so let's go ahead and get that working. So we have our charcoal working here. We have our furnace fuel being produced. We have our bricks, and we have 300 clay. We will need to increase production here a little bit on sand because we will need glassware. Alright, so here we have grape, strawberry, watermelon, plum, red mulberry, blackberry, and raspberry. Whoops. So it looks like we actually don't have any kind of crop we can use here. It's grape, strawberry, watermelon, plum. Trade items. We have blueberries, but blueberry, you can't make a blueberry wine apparently. White mulberry, figs. Okay. So we'll just have to hope for the best. Field carrot, field mushroom, lettuce, cucumber. Nope, nothing we need. Full coat, nope. So we'll have to wait just a little bit to get a resource for there. And then once this distillery comes up, I'm pretty sure that you can do sugarcane to make rum. Alright, so looks like he is producing furnace fuel. That is handy dandy. How much sand do we actually have in reserve? Sand, 700. Oh, so we do have plenty of sand already, but I believe we do need quite a bit more. And we need to start producing glassware. So why don't we start doing that anyway? So sand and coal, or sand and furnace fuel. I don't think we have a supply of coal. Our coal's pretty low. So let's do furnace fuel. So glassware, sand, and they're diseased again with influenza, but we do have our hospital up and running. Alright. So we do have a really good supply of tools here. So the next thing that we need to do is... interesting. In previous versions, you could make joists at the large smithy, but it looks like it got replaced with muskets. Interesting. Well, I guess since we don't really need coal at the moment, we can use our coal resource to make glass. Well, how in the world do you make joists now? Cooper. The barrels. Jointer. Melting house is gold. Foundry. Ah, it looks like the joist got moved over to a foundry. Oh boy, that is a new wrinkle. So we need 15 lumber for that. Like I said, lumber is... Okay, so we do have 125. So we should be fine on that front. Had we not gotten that 125 lumber from that trade, that would actually be a pretty difficult resource to get. But planned ahead on that one. Alright, so put our foundry up there, and then we can use our foundry to produce joists, and we can get some bigger housing. Alright, so we have 3 with influenza yet. 2, Looks like that's going down, so we're fine on that front. All right, and we have our distillery. So here is where we need that glassware. So you can make whatever this is, cachaca, which I believe is just rum, sugar cane glassware, and furnace fuel. So we can do apple, sorghum, fig, herbs, potato, and barley. So I guess it doesn't really matter if we do sugar cane or figs. So we have 1,300 sugar cane, and we have, where's figs? 0 figs. Oh yeah, because we just planted that orchard. So let's go ahead and do sugar cane. And then still can't do that one. We have any traders? We do have traders. All right, sorghum, wheat, red lettuce, mignonet. I don't even know what that is. We'll dismiss you. And dismiss you. So, still waiting on some sort of a crop we can use at the winery. Alright. We have our white mulberry. We have our olives and our figs. Still waiting for this guy to get built. Let's see, what do you guys need? You need glass. So, glass we have plenty of yet. Just need to have our... We have 19 laborers, and nobody is coming for these houses. So, let's get priority working on those. And we might as well start up with some steel tools. Steel tools don't make your workers any more efficient. They just last a lot longer. So you need a smaller supply of tools to be able to keep everybody up and running. So we can have them produce our steel tools, and then we can stop work on this one. Farm supplier, Frisian cows, no thanks. Alright. And how's our honey going? 72. Not very high. Do we have enough candles yet? Candles 70, so we're getting there. We need 120 to be able to upgrade our mines here. Actually, we need 240 because we have to upgrade both of these. Building supplies 2. Alright. So these are getting built up. Just need our 10 silkworm eggs. Oh no! Silkworm eggs, not silk cocoons. Ooh, that is a problem. So that one's not going to get built yet. Alright, well that was a little bit of an oversight. But hopefully we'll be able to get our eggs in pretty soon, not our cocoons. So we'll build up a supply of mulberry in the meantime. All right. So we're doing pretty good on everything, it looks like. How are these doing? So 45. So they started producing 2,800 beef, and looks like this one might have gotten diseased. These guys are working. Always good. Let's do one more. We'll make this field work. 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. We'll do Frisian cows, and we'll just split this herd. So they can start working on... Oh, they're maxed out at 10 of 10. So we'll at least get this field working for us, and then this field can repopulate. And we have 21 laborers yet. So let's do some more sugarcane, and we'll just do all sugarcane. Get 2 more. This one we will do... I'm going to leave off on this one just a little bit, wait for us to get another crop in. It doesn't pay to plant all of our trees just to cut them down again and replant them with something else. Alrighty. Nothing good. And nothing. Alright, so instead of working on our silk production, why don't we work on our oil production? So we'll go ahead and get our oil press here. The oil press does two things. It can turn blubber into lamp oil, and it can turn it can make our vegetable oil for us. So I think you can use just regular vegetables like sorghum, make sorghum oil and sunflower oil and things like that. And you can also, I think olives are the best one. Olives are the highest production. You can make some olive oil. Yeah, why not? Let's do some oil production here. We might as well. I think the oil press does require a lot of resources. Alright, what else we have here? So we have 21. We can continue on with our production here. So we have plenty of feathers. We can start making these work again. Increase by 3. Get our roper back, get our clothier back, and get our weaver back. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Go away. There we go. Alright. Looks like our glassworks, we need a person. Tailor we don't need. Blacksmith we don't need. Looks like we got quite a few steel tools in production here. Our coal supplies are going up. Charcoal is still pretty good. Glassware is being produced. We are looking pretty fancy here. So these trees I don't think we can get rid of. I think they're just decorative. So they're just part of the landscape of the border. But we can kind of clear out some of these herbs and things like that. You get everything? A little bit down here yet. Alright, so we have a trader at the farm supplier, Frisian cows. Don't need. Alright. Oil press is going in. Just wait for that guy to get built up here. Can increase to... Why do we... We have 2 people working at the market. Why is it still 0 of 1? Let's see. What is... It's a vendor, I believe. Oh, looks like those finished. So we have 1 here. That's where they are. Alright. So we had our maximum set pretty high on this one by default, and then it was taking all of our labors. Alright. And we can get our trading post folks back in here. Alright. Pear seeds. Can we do pear? We cannot do pear. And pigs we don't need. Alright, so this is growing. It was at 20 before we did the split. Let's see how our honey production's going. 60. Honey is still pretty low. I don't know. I think a lot of people are eating the honey as a happiness resource, possibly. Could not tell you exactly. Either that or production's just really low. No, production's pretty good. Getting a couple hundred. So I'm thinking they may be setting that over to happiness, once we get a supply of alcohol, then they should be using that for happiness instead. It's not an exact science, of course, but all right. Get that put in place. We'll connect up our road here. And our oil press is finished. So we can do kernels, which is corn, canola, flax, cotton, olive, chili oil from chilies. That's a new one. And then we can do lamp oil from blubber. So looks like kernels and canola are actually the best. Olives is not the best. But I don't think we have corn. And I don't think we have... what's canola come from? I don't remember exactly. I think it might come from sorghum or one of those weird crops. Canola. Actually, it might just be a canola crop. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Trial and error. So we'll do olives, and we will put one of our workers there. I don't think we're producing olives quite yet. Oh yeah, we did produce olives, so we should have a supply. So that was actually pretty quick. And we have no olives. So again, must be a resource that they're consuming. I think they will. They'll consume foods that are more rare. So they'll try and get a variety in their diet. Since wheat is our primary source of food, they're using that for just their food source, and then to increase their happiness, they're using other food products. So we might be a little bit low on production for just a little bit here. Alright, nothing good. And nothing good. Alright, so our inn and garden's coming along. I think we have our tavern here. So we have 30 spirits and 80 ale. So they're doing pretty good. Our happiness, I think our happiness, did it go up half a star? I thought we were at 4 stars, but I might be mistaken. Got our glassware as well on the way. So we have 169 glass, and we have 8 glassware. So we are looking fancy. Alright, so we'll finish our road here. And we need to put in a tavern. Let's see. I think we'll hold off on the tavern for now. Until we fill in some roads here with some other buildings, and then we'll see where we can squeeze it in. Somebody died, crushed by a rock. Yeah, we got plenty of laborers. Sorry, dude, but I'm not all that interested in your life anymore. Alright. Okay. We are getting some happy people. We just need to increase health quite a bit. I don't know why. We have plenty of medicine. We have luxury items. We have a hospital. Let's see if there's something that I'm missing here. So we have an herbalist and an apothecary creates medicines, but we don't really need that. I guess we could do an herbalist. Tamarind, no. Alright. We could do an herbalist, but I kind of want to get rid of that kind of stuff. Let's put an herbalist in right here. Just see if maybe that increases our health a little bit. And we might as well put in an apothecary as well. Let's throw it in right there. So even though we have a lot of medicine, maybe it's not the right kind of medicine that they're looking for. I am not really sure. Alright, so we have cemeteries, we have our abbey. The abbey just kind of produces different items. You can select if you want berries, herbs, or ale to be produced. It requires one laborer, and they produce just very small amounts, like 100 per season of one of those items. So it's fine if you don't have a field, or if you don't have the ability to make alcohol or something like that, just to kind of bring in a little bit of resource, but it's not really necessary for us. A couple of wells, we have a schoolhouse. Town hall we have. Courthouse we could probably use, and a governor's office. Yeah, we could probably put those in, I guess. See how big they are. Pretty big. Can't really fit that in anywhere in here. What if we put it here? I think that'll work. The road kind of meets up. And it's kind of fun. If you go to the inn and garden and get a little bit too belligerent, you can go to the courthouse to settle your fines. And anywhere we can put this in up here? Not really, looks like. Put it next to a field. Yeah, let's do that. See if we can get rid of this mountain here. Put in our governor's house. No. Let's do this tool. Power flatten. There we go. Alright. That is a pretty cheap building. 24 logs and 8 stone. Not too shabby. Alright, so our health went up a half a tick. I don't think for any particular reason that we caused. Chickens? No. Gemstone polished? No. Probably get into that possibly next episode. We'll get into some of the refined resources here. So the precious mine, the placer mine, salt works, that kind of stuff. Alright. Let's wait for these to finish up. We can increase our builders one. Looks like that's kind of our bottleneck right now. Otherwise, we are looking pretty good here. We've got 300 clothes, 100 tools. Ooh, 100 tools. What happened here? Where is our blacksmith? Job blacksmith. Visiting the herbalist. Oh, the foundry needs it. That's what it is. Alright. That's making sense then. Alright, so we can do a couple things. We can do joists, cannons, and statues. The cannons are for the fort stuff that was added in with this routine expansion. As you can see, it requires a lot of resources. So 20 iron and 6 coal for one joist. It's quite a bit, but... Oh, so it looks like they increased production as well. Previously... drop that down. Previously, when the large smithy created the joists, you could only create like 2 per season, and it was just ungodly slow. But looks like you can get quite a bit more now. Although we're probably going to run out of iron then. How is our candle production going? Candles, 106, almost there. Whale blubber, tallow. What tallow? We have enough tallow. Oh, right, it's bone meal. We need a butcher. Well, might as well get our butchers working then. And then they should be able to produce some tallow so that we can produce extra candles extra fast. Because we need them very soon here. Alright, so iron, coal. Can increase our iron production here. How's coal doing? Coal 88. Still pretty good. One more. We should have 6 and 2. Lumber, I will take all of your lumber. Building supplies, I'll take all of those. Hull components, take all of those. And lamp oil, we don't really need lamp oil right now. That's the second upgrade for the mines. We don't even have the first upgrade yet, so it's not a big deal. Alright. What do we need here? 9 more. Alright, should be good there. And then leek turnip. Nothing good. I think the field varieties of the crops is just like a food crop. So field sugarcane isn't the same as sugarcane, in that it can't be used at the distillery. So just watch out for that. And I think we are probably going to end it there. So we have a pretty good supply going here. So we have some luxury items coming in. Looks like our health is going up. Our happiness is still wavering at about 4 stars. And then, yeah. So got our herbalist. We have our apothecary. See if those increase our health a little bit. And then we should be all good to go. So next time, like I said, hopefully we can start working on some other buildings. I don't know if we got enough hull components yet. I don't believe we do. I think we have 6 here, and we have maybe 3 still stored here. So we need some more hull components before we can get that in place. Otherwise, we are on the way to having a pretty nice civilization here. So thanks for coming, and see you next time.